of talking like it's somebody watching me, but I'm continuing this story. Y'all can go back and watch it if y'all fucking want to. All the other videos, there's like 8 parts to this shit. I bullshit you not. But as I was saying, this bitch like 5 foot even, 5'1" at the most, 5'1" at the most. And mind you, Joshua like we gonna go 5'5", 5'6" at the most. I'm 5'9", but I'm taller. Whatever. That was whatever. So at this during this time, it's like a month into school. So it was like we met in September. We became friends in September. Now it's October, and this dummy broke his fucking leg. I think it was like he was trying to do a backflip off a wall or some shit, and he broke his leg. Hi, hi, my dude. You came back. You're loyal. Fan me. But he tried to do a backflip off of a wall or something and broke his leg. And because he had already broke his other leg, they gave him this. Instead of giving him crutches, they gave him a wheelchair. So he was in a wheelchair for like, I bullshit you not, like 2 months. And they were dating in October. Yeah, they were dating in October. And then after like I told y'all we was getting close, we was becoming friends and all that shit. He stopped talking to me. Like he didn't talk to me for a whole month. And then out of nowhere, then he started to be touchy feely again. And then we were close, and then all of that shit. I didn't question it because like, why the fuck would I had a crush on him by this point? But one day out of the blue, I just asked, like, no, because I was talking to Ashley, and I was wondering why I wasn't seeing them around the hallway, and then she told me that they broke up, and I was like, this was like in November, like middle of November. I'm like, really? When y'all break the fuck up? She was like in October, so they only went together for like a solid month. So I was like, let me see the screenshots. I was like, how y'all break up? She's like, he texted me, I got screenshots you want to see. I was like, do not show me these screenshots if you don't want your feelings hurt. Because if they funny, I'm gonna laugh. So she made the, and I guess at this point she thought she was in our inner circle or whatever when it was just me, Josh, and my cousin, who y'all go meet tomorrow after 4. Because this whole bag gotta go to work, fucking up my shit. But, ooh, my tummy itches. But, I am so sleepy. But, as I was saying, she showed me the screenshots of how they broke up. That's not y'all business because it wasn't really my business, but she made it my business. So I feel like I should tell y'all. Basically, he asked her to give him a little hand job, and she freaked the fuck out, like the fuck out. Like she was like, no, 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 no. Then she went into this whole rant about how the ex boyfriend that she had asked her, tried to pressure her into doing that, and then she just like when he asked her, it triggered her that he broke the fuck up with her. Like he was with her, you know what? Honestly, I can't do this shit no more. You always fucking whining, you always depressed, and you don't never want to do shit. It was bad. Like he was savage. Like it was so horrible that we start calling him savage. Like everybody in the school car start calling him savage. But she only showed me like this much of the text messages because that was my, but because he was my friend and we were close now, I asked him to see text messages and he showed me, and I was like, I screenshot those bitches and dropped them in the group chat. I'm not even playing. That year we had like 18 group chats. I dropped them in the friend group chat that didn't have Ashley in it. Like the me, Kalina, and somebody else group chat. I dropped them in those ones. And that shit was hilarious. But also at the same time, I had this friend named Johnny's, who I think he used to flirt with, but she found out that he was a minor, that he was a young one, and she stopped fucking with him. But then her cousin, Chastity, also liked him. So it was a lot of shit going on this year. But he wasn't fucking with her. Like he hold her life too. That's another reason why we start calling him savage. No, the chastity reason is why we start calling him savage. I just can't remember them text messages. I can't remember. But But she basically told him, I guess, Chastity basically told him that she liked him, and he was like, "Cool, I don't like you," or some shit like that. Like he basically hooked the fuck out of her. We start calling her savage, and he then a couple, I would say 2 months after him actually broke up. Then I didn't know that it was broke up. I read their messages and whatever. That was also fucking funny. But he was like, "You didn't know that we wasn't together," and I was like, "No." It's like for me, you just wasn't fucking with me, and then you was fucking with me, so I didn't really like put two and two together, which I fucking should have, but it was right there in front of my face. But what the hell? But what the fuck was I gonna say? But I'm blanking. I don't know. Okay, but I read their text message and they broke up, right? So then we got I guess we got to be close again. Then we was cool. Then fast forward to December, he started his fuckboy behavior. He was a fuckboy. I'm not even gonna hold you up. I knew he was a fuckboy. I don't know if I said that in this video or the last video, but I'm gonna say it again just in case I didn't say it. Now I might have been talking really fast, but I'm sorry for that. I used to tend to do that. Sorry. But I knew he was a fuckboy. I called him fuckboy to his face all the time. Like he was a fuckboy with fuckboy tendencies. So when I say fuckboy with fuckboy tendencies, I feel like there's two types of fuckboys. Fuckboy that's a dick, like the one that you call fuckboy, like you're not anything. You're a waste of fucking space. Fuckboy. Then there's the boy that's fuckable. At first, to me, Josh was a fuckboy that was fuckable. Then he got fuckboy tendencies. So he was a fuckboy with fuckboy tendencies. If that makes sense to y'all, but it don't. It probably don't because it only makes sense to me and the people who know me because I had to explain it to them too. But he was a fuckboy with fuckboy tendencies, and we would go through these periods, and I'm talking about like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, where we were just the bestest friends. We was close, touchy, huggy, all of that shit. Then it'd be this like week, and it was like every month. Ever it was every month. It was like we go these long periods, like 2 or 3 weeks, and we were like close. And then we does one, and it wasn't like a whole week. It was more like a school week. Like we'd be closed for for like a few weeks, and then it'd be like a school week, like 5 days or some shit. Like that's when we saw each other mostly at school. So we like go through a school week where he was just horrible to me, like the biggest dick you've ever known to me. What he would talk to me, or I would try to talk to him, and he would try to hold me or some shit like that, or try to like make jokes. And then I want to say it was in December, but it was probably most likely January of 2000, January of 2017, where we went 2 weeks without talking to each other. Like I tried to talk to him because me and him didn't come to school a lot, and it seemed like we only when the days that we wasn't at school together, it seemed like if he went to school, I didn't go to school, and if I went to school, he didn't go to school unless I texted him and told him to bring his ass to school. But it was like January. It was at the end of the year because it was close to the end of the school year because that's when he started coming to school a lot. But anyways, oh, I'm sleepy. Like we went 2 weeks without talking to each other. At this point, we close. We close. I told y'all that he used to be a dick for like school weeks at a time. So it was like this one week. It was like Friday or Thursday. I tried to talk to him, and he just gave me lip. It was like this and that and that. Or tried to hold me in front of all of his friends. So I just didn't fucking talk with him. I was done. That was like, and every time he would get to these points, I would be like, all right, this is fucking it. This is the end of our relationship. I'm done. But then he would go back to being sweet, and I get caught up in the sweet because I had a crush on him, and I would like let that shit fly because I'm like, all right, maybe whatever. But it didn't work like that. He'd go back to being a dick, and then we had to start the circle all over again. Whatever. Hi, Diego. But this particular, we went 2 weeks without talking to each other, and that's because I won't talk to him. And after this 2 weeks, and him realizing that I was mad at him, then it was a big fucking problem. I could never be mad at this man. Like, he could be mad at me or could not talk to me, but let me try to do the same to him. He was having a little bitch fit. He was, then he had to be all lovey and touchy and Why you not talking to me? Talk to me, Tajane. Talk to me, Tajane, Tajane, Tajane. Don't do me like that, Tajane. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. And then eventually I would give in, but for 2 weeks I ignored the fuck out of him. And then at the end of this second week, it was like, then we came back to school that Monday, and like he harassed me, like talked to me. I was like, no, let's go back to not talking to each other for 2 weeks. You didn't want to talk to me. I didn't talk to you. Now that I'm not talking to you, now you want to talk to me. He was like, oh, I don't want to do that no more, or whatever. So we started talking. And then we got cool again. We got close and got over it. He was chill for a while. We started our cycle, and then April comes spring break of that school year. Me and Colleen planned this huge ass, like, well, I wouldn't say huge, but this outing with me, her, him, her boyfriend, and her best, and her boyfriend brother, and one other person who didn't show up, but she invited this girl named Chassie. This is gonna start a mini rap because it pisses me off every time I talk about it. I probably look like a crackhead to y'all because I done rubbed my nose like 8 times. Uh, my closet somehow always makes it into all of my YouNows. And when it was over, it was in all of my YouNows on my bed. It was on that wall. I forgot my YouNow switch because my bed used to be on that wall. No, never mind. I'm not gonna go there. Now my bed on a different wall. My closet always somehow make it into my bed. I seem sideways, but I don't know how to get my phone to do what I want it to do. Okay. I don't know what that's done. I'm just so sleepy. I'm trying to get the story done. Uh, I'm sorry, but um, all right. So we went to the movies, and we went to the movies. I had money. Josh had money. He got paid. Whatever. He showed up first, and I showed up a few minutes after him, and then we waited on. And everybody showed up. Calling the dumbass showed up late. Hi. I'm not even about to pronounce your name. I'm not about to fuck it up. I don't even know what the fuck it is. Q. That's what I'm calling it. Hi, Q. And then what the fuck? She showed up late as fuck. Then we had to argue for 10 minutes about what movie we wanted to see because I forgot. I think they wanted to say 10 Clover at the time. 10 Cloverfield Lane was coming out, and I didn't want to watch that creepy ass movie. I don't fuck with creepy movies. I don't fuck with scary movies, gory movies. I don't fuck with that shit. They make me not be able to sleep by myself at night. So I was like, so let's watch Superman vs. Batman. Then that was another argument because I had already seen Superman vs. Batman, but because when I seen that I didn't have no glasses, I was kind of pissed off about that. My glasses had broke when I wanted to watch it. You can't watch a 3D movie without your glasses because it's trash. It's not worth it. But I was like, let's watch it. I got glasses now. We finally watched it. We finally stopped arguing about what movie we were gonna watch, and we like paid for tickets. Mind you, our tickets were like $70 before all of our student discounts got added into it. And then it went from like 70 something like 50 something, right? So mind you, I believe like $45 on me at this night. So I gave up 20. Josh gave up 20, so that's 40. Then one boy handed up 19. And because we had, well, not even that, we had already handed up all our money to pay for the tickets when it was like $70. Everybody was gonna be broke. So I handed out 20. Josh handed out 20. Colleen, the boyfriend, handed out 19 because he paid for him and his brother. And then Colleen handed me 20. And then I guess I ain't see it, and they was handing me all the money, but I ain't see it. We ain't have no singles in our fucking hand. Chastity handed up $3. Bitch, you can't pay your weight, you don't come out the fucking house. But that's a whole different rant for another time. I will lose hours writing on that shit. But whatever. Then she asked us if we were students. Then she put our student discounts in, and then our prices went down. So I just handed her all the money in my hand because I wasn't about to go. I wasn't about to do that shit to myself. try to count out all the money that was in my hand. So I just gave her all the money, and then we got change back. It was like $10, $11, and she's like, "I took the change." Yoink, took that bitch. Thank you. Then we went to go buy snacks. Helena bought popcorn. We bought 2 buckets of popcorn, and then because we really didn't know how together, the only people who still had money was me, Kalina, and Josh. So I was like, me and Josh I'll buy drinks, and you can buy snacks, and then we can all like share. So it was 6 of us. So it was two to a cup, and we only need 3 cups. But I was thinking like that. I thought we needed. So when I went to order the cups, the drinks, I asked for 4 cups, and like I was like, this cup was like $8. I'm going to get my $8 back, and Josh was like, no, give Chastity her own cup. I've been told this story like 18 million times, but it's never. I was like, no, fuck that. I'm going to get my money back. He was like, he grabbed me by my arm, and Josh's voice, it's, and he was like, some, give Chastity her own cup. Okay, Tasha, you got your cup because we got the cup. So her and the best friend got their own cup. Me and Josh shared the cup, and Colleen and her boyfriend shared the cup. But we all had different straws though. So yeah, that was it. So we got into the movies, and me and Kalina, we got one popcorn where you didn't put all like soggy butter on there to make the popcorn both soggy and stale once it started sitting. We didn't put that on. We didn't put that on one of them because I wouldn't let them. But we literally got in this movie theater and said, "Boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl." Like, Kalina sat on one side to her boyfriend, and it was her boyfriend, and it was me, and it was Josh, and it was Chastity, and it was the best friend. That's how we sat in the seats. And he was kind of in the middle-ish at the end of the row. But me and we didn't even watch the fucking movie. We played the whole time. Me and Kalina threw popcorn on each other. I laid on Josh. We held hands and stuff. I think that cemented my crush on him. That is what did it. That night is what did it. And then we held hands and we was all close. And then the movie ended. Nobody went to go home yet, so we walked around the mall for a little bit. And Chastity pieced out fucking finally because she was, like I told you, she had a crush on Josh and she was being our fucking shadow. Like, I couldn't. I would walk away from him because I wasn't about to compete with no bitch that I wasn't even in the game I was playing. But she was on Josh's dick, like dick sucking the whole night. But whatever, he was still with mall. So that ended. Then me and Colleen had like a 3 hour debate on this shit. I could pull up the screenshots. My phone is dumb. And whatnot. That's when I really put my goggles on. The rest of the year went smooth. It was normal. Like nothing out of the ordinary. A few failed meetups, but nothing out of the ordinary. I really was like, wow. So here comes summer. I had to go to summer school for algebra because I wasn't about to take that shit again for a third time because I failed it. Like I felt like the first half. Yeah, I felt the first half. So I was fucked. Me and Josh were playing the whole damn time. But I passed the second half. Like, but so I only had to go for the first 3 weeks. Boy, should you not? This boy got a girlfriend on my birthday. My birthday was his date, and he was like, he was in love with this bitch or whatever. So I didn't say anything about it. I seen the pictures and I like on Facebook, and I liked them. I was like, y'all cute or whatever when I seen them. He was like, oh, I thought I told you. No, but you know when he get girlfriends, he stop fucking talking to me. He going ghost. So we didn't talk for the summer because that's how long they was together. And then she started fucking up. So he started talking to me because he needed somebody to give him advice and to vent to and all of that shit. Whatever. I'm a good friend. And at this point, I was slowly getting over my crush on him. It was like, all right, he don't feel that way. It's not that deep, right? So I gave him the advice because he just wanted to break up with her, and he didn't want to be with her no more. His way to not be with her no more was to not fucking talk to her no more. And I was like, Josh, you can't do that. You gotta explain to her why you don't want to talk to her. You gotta sit her down and y'all gotta have a conversation. Y'all gotta You gotta let her know what she do that irritates you. You gotta listen to what she say that irritates y'all. Y'all gotta figure out if y'all want to work on your relationship or break up with her right there. Don't break up with her over the phone. Just don't stop talking. Don't just stop talking to her. You gotta let her know she a girl and whatever. You can't do that. That's fuckboy shit. But I was talking to a fuckboy, but he did what I said, and they eventually broke up or whatever. But and while they were still together, she sent me because he started talking to me like every day, all day. Like that's how we talked every day, all day. It was like when we talked every day, all day. When we would talk, if he started talking to me, we would talk all day. So she followed me on Instagram or whatever because I guess she read his text messages or whatever. But it was just one day where he asked me, just we was having a regular ass conversation. He asked me, did I have a crush on anybody during the school year? And I was like, why you want to know? You have a crush on me. He told me he had a crush on me. And I told him that I had a crush on him. And he was like, if I wasn't with my girlfriend, or if I ever broke up with my girlfriend, I'd be with you. But so I didn't force, even with that information, I still didn't like, oh, break up with this bitch. No, Josh, you can't do that to her. You can't just stop talking to her. You gotta let her know why you don't want to talk to her. Okay. So a month later, they break up. They've been together for like about 6 months at this point. Cause like what, September, whatever. They break up September. Me and him still cool. We still close. What the fuck ever. Hi, Sophia. We still close. We still cool. Whatever. But he broke up with the girlfriend number two. And we start having all these conversations. I'm like, so is you gonna keep fucking around, or is we gonna have a conversation about you saying that you liked me? What we gonna do about that? Then he kept trying to beat around the bush, hit me with those slug boys lines, talk about I like you and I want to be with you, but I don't know. I don't want to change the dynamic of our relationship. I like us the way he is. Okay, that's not what I asked you. So after a while, I gave him options. We cannot be friends at all. We can be boyfriend and girlfriend. We can be fuck buddies, or we can just keep being, or we can just be best friends. But let me know, cause I need to limit this shit. That was a conversation that lasted 3 months. So I was fighting like fuck it and cut him off. I cut his ass off, right? And that's supposed to be the end of the story when you cut somebody off. I cut his ass off January 9th in the long ass paragraph. That was supposed to be the end, right? It was. It was. It was. Like we was doing good. Like when I tell you we was doing good, like when he came, because he was online during this school year, the beginning of the school year. He didn't come back to like live school or live studies as they call it until like January. Literally, like January, the Monday after winter break, like literally January. I should stay virtual, but whatever. Neither here or there. Which I was also talking about Josh because he kept saying all fucking school year. I want to come back. I want to come back. I was like, do it right now. He's like, no, I'm just wait till next year. I'm like, do it right now. But he wouldn't come back after I cut his bitch ass off. But that's neither here or there. So he come back. We was doing good, like Gucci. I was so determined to get over this fuck boy and not say anything good to him, not fall into his trap, that I didn't even look this man in the eyes. If he was coming one way up the hallway, I went the long way around so I could get to class. I bullshit you not. I avoided him at all costs. I ain't even gonna lie. I was being petty. I didn't look him in his eyes every time. And even if we was forced to walk down the same hallway, and I saw him coming into my line of voice, and I would be forced to look him in his eyes, I look down at the ground. I turn my head. I make sure I was talking to somebody, so I want to talk to his big ass, right? That was fine. His sister also came, and me and his sister had like fifth hour together, and I was friends with his sister. Hannah is cool. I fucking love Hannah, right? And I already, because she asked me one day why you don't fuck with my brother no more. I used to be so close, and I told her the story. And she's like, oh, that's between you and him. I don't hear none of that shit. So basically, he went around telling people, or he told his fuck boyfriend Parker the crackhead, who I mentioned in like part one, or if y'all was paying attention, Parker the crackhead. He went around telling Parker the crackhead that I was only getting around trying to be friends with his sister to get to him, and that wasn't the fucking case. So he got cussed out about that. But I didn't say nothing about that. So then at this time, this boy named Mikey went to the school, and Josh Parker was like boyfriends, right? And Mikey racist, and he had people at his head, like, when I mean at his head, like people really wanted to beat this nigga's ass. So, and they was like, they'd beat who his ass, Tyler ass, Parker ass, Josh ass, whoever was with him was getting his ass beat. Whoever he hung around was getting his ass beat, was getting his ass beat. So I wanted to tell him that, but all I was like, some should we? I was like, so I reached out to him. I'm like, I got something important to tell you. Can you meet me? Can you talk to me? And he was like, I can't. He made excuses not to do that. So after a while, I was like, fuck it. Nothing really happened, and I knew I shouldn't have been worried, but I didn't want to. But if, cause some niggas at our school is about they shit. If they was gonna beat your ass, they was gonna beat your ass. But the niggas that was saying that they was gonna do something not about shit, so I shouldn't have been worried, but I still was, cause I didn't want to see him hurt, cause I still cared about him. So I was like, fuck it, nothing happened, and that was cool. And we went back to avoiding each other. Though, only like when I'm telling you, my petty was so deep, my petty was so deep. Like him and his sister Sarah could be standing next to each other like this, and I would walk my happy ass and only say something to Sarah. I won't say shit to him. I said Sarah, her name is Hannah. I'm so sleepy. I will only say something to him. I don't know if it got under his skin or what. But then it's about March. I wouldn't say it's about February, March, late February, early March. I goes over to my cousin's house. The cousin who made us be friends, I go over to her house. And she wanted to talk to him, but she ain't had no phone. And I admit that this is probably stupid on my part, but I was like, all right, here, you can talk to him. I'm not gonna stand in the way of y'all friendship. That's not, don't mean because I'm not fucking with him that you ain't gotta fuck with him. So she started talking to him off my phone, and then and I guess he had to do something. And he was like, I told her he'd text her, call her back, whatever later. So he waited until like 12 something to text her back, and I was at home, so I just texted him that I'm not with her no more. That could have been the end of the conversation. But he was like, "Oh, what she wanted." So I told him what she wanted. She wanted to talk to you about potentially making the meetup, so we can like squash our beef and we all can be friends and we can be how we was. But honestly, I don't really care. And he tried to go into this whole rant about how everything was my fault because basically I pretended like I was so in love with him and I fabricated this whole relationship and me and him in his head, and that honestly he was just waiting for me to get out my feelings so we could go back to being friends. What, bitch? What? So I texted him back, what the fuck did you talk about? And how I was basically using her and his rant about it being my fault that we not friends. Oh no, I'm getting ahead of myself. First he was basically like, I was basically using her as an excuse to talk to him, and he was like over the whole situation, and he was basically waiting for me to get out my feelings so we could be friends again. Bitch, what? Bitch, what? You gotta cut the fuck off. What? You waiting for me to uncut you? What? That don't make no fucking sense. But then I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Nobody wasn't using her. She wanted to talk to you. She didn't have a phone. I let her use my phone. That was that and that. If you didn't want to talk to me, you didn't have to say shit to me after I said Kalina wasn't. I wasn't with her no more. Whatever. And then he like made this thing about how he don't know what the fuck I got cut off for. He got cut off for because I was just like, it was like we was doing close and we was doing fine, and then out of nowhere he got a girlfriend, and then I acted like he was cheating on me and all types of bullshit. That was not the truth. Like basically he felt like that I fabricated a whole relationship, that I felt like we were just in a whole relationship, and that when he got a new girlfriend, that that was it, which was not the case. Like at the end of our relationship, when I cut him off after 3 days after finding out that he had another girlfriend. But that wasn't even the reason he got cut off. Like me and him was talking about how our relationship will go. And then me and him, how we talk to each other, like we talk to each other reckless, but at the same time not reckless. Like I'd be like, fuck you, and he'd be like, when, where, with time, or he'd be like, fuck you, and I'd be like, where, when, with time. And I'd be like, I'm free on Tuesdays. And it was like one of those situations, like, he was like, fuck you. And I was like, when will we time? And then he kind of got serious. So I tried to like change the steer the conversation. Where else? And I was like, well, it don't even matter. You don't make enough money for me anyways. Your pay grade ain't high enough. And then he got kind of in his feelings and a rant about how he was with a girlfriend. That kind of like shook me, like threw me all the way off course because I didn't even know he had a girlfriend. He usually tell me everything, but not this because like I know that he didn't tell me because he knew that that shit wasn't about to fly. But I didn't care about this girlfriend. But usually when Josh get girlfriends, he started acting different, and I didn't have time for it. Then like I've been contemplating like cutting his ass off since like December, and then one day I didn't have, and at the time my phone had broke. Like I believe like in November it had actually broke, and I was using like this rinky dink ass trap phone. This old ass, I'm talking about old ass LG phone to like text and stuff. And like I was out Wi-Fi for a minute, and I was just like, and on the day I cut him off, I was out with friends and I didn't have no Wi-Fi, and I was just, and I had a, and then we were just having fun, and then like I got to stop and think for a moment, and it was just like I can't do this anymore. I can't let him do this to me anymore. And I had already typed out this long ass paragraph, and then like and I sat there, I bushed down. I sat in the skating ring for like 10 minutes, looking at this, waiting on my ride, looking at the goddamn paragraph, debating, and if I was to go ahead and sit or not, if I was ready to lose this friendship. Like this whole thing changed my whole attitude. Like I was so hurt, like so hurt. Mind you, I ain't never cried over a nigga ever, but I was so hurt. Like I'm not even so fucking hurt. And I hit send, and I'm good. And the car. I was trying so hard not to cry because I couldn't. I promised myself. But about this shit. Y'all think I'm not, but I really